It's because I'm using, I don't know, I'm using the audio from the webcam. Just let me know you can hear me talk in the chat list. Oh, I think that's I've got the weather app here. Right, so we've got snow today, snow tomorrow. It's just gone into minus at the moment. But as the day progresses by 4 o'clock, they say it's going to be quite heavy. Oh, you got sound now, that's great, Andrea. I just thought I would sit with you for a little while, give Bobby a little break. He's laying at the other end of the city. But yeah, it's not often I get to sit in front of the computer, and because I'm that close to it, I can see what everybody's like. But yeah, it's very, very, very cool. Yeah, so I just thought I would do the outside for change. Give a little break, but you see it's going to gradually get heavier and heavier. And it pulls it, but as long as you've not got the wind, I'll only just stay at the freezing point. It's the wind that just makes it really, really terrible. But I've learnt a few secrets. One, hide the microphone inside, put the what do you call it, when I'm out doing the walk, put my earphones on and wrap my towel round where the microphone is. Because in one of the walks I did yesterday, there wasn't quite a strong wind, and I put the microphone inside the scarf, and I didn't hear them at all. So that's a way to combat it, especially tomorrow. I'll go on to the downs tomorrow, I'll make an effort, because it's payday tomorrow. I haven't got any rocket fuel on. I wish I had. Rocket fuel. I've got some fireworks which I'm using for my modelling, and I'll be starting that probably at the weekend. I'm using the box from the tripod, you know, it came wrapped in, to make the craft on the moon. I've just been doing a little bit of thing. I'll show you a little picture. No, it's not enough snow to stick, but it's going to be persistent through the night. So by tomorrow it will be all white. It will be all talcum powder. All these people are saying it's cocaine, and I think that is such a negative connotation, considering cocaine has completely destroyed lives. Yeah, this is a sort of picture of the craft. It was supposed to on the moon. Whether it's real or not, I don't know, but it gives you a general idea. The tripod box I'm going to use to actually recreate this, and because the box is black, if you can get in a bit closer to it from the video, it's got markings all over it. And it's those markings I've been trying to get, but I can move that now. But yeah, I've noticed yesterday when we were getting the little bits of snow like you saw, it was so fine, but this is more fluffy, which means, and with the clouds that you can see above, are very, very dark. And thankfully there's no wind pushing it. When the wind's pushing it, it's even worse. I always have to walk over face into the wind, because if you've got that coming, your poor little bum's going to be absolutely freezing cold. I've got his little jacket for when we go out. I'll take him for a little walk round the block. Making me shiver. Yeah, but I think you get the snow worse than me, guys. Like I said, it's very rare the snow will lay in Sussex because of the salt air. And probably at some point towards the evening we'll get the gritters around. But yeah, you've got to be careful of those gritters, especially salt stuff that's hit the ground. It's hard to cut, hard to record. So I always make sure I let Obi do a little zoomy on the front garden. I'm still practicing talking with my teeth in, but I notice that I speak a lot slower, which is good, really good. See the seagulls just flying across there. On that chimney stack you see over there, there's usually two seagulls first thing in the morning, roughly about 7:30, 8 o'clock. That was sweet. 7:30, 8 o'clock. And they just wake everybody up, especially people who live below them, because they're very, very noisy. Hi Anita. Hi Claire, how are you? We're just watching the snow. They just started about half an hour ago. It's not late yet, and I think reason being was we had sunshine up until about half an hour ago. Yeah, that's one of the seagulls. He just went on the roof now. There's a guy that does Roger. He's called Roger Sanctuary. It's a guy who just stays up the road from us. And whenever the seagulls fall off the roof, the baby ones, they come to pick them right back up again. The seagulls all know him. But a lot of people have had to be told not to feed the seagulls because they become really aggressive, especially when they get babes. And like I say, what food the Oberon doesn't take, I always put out there for them. So either the foxes get it, or the hedgehog gets it, or the seagulls get it. Yeah. Whereabouts are you, Claire? I think more Middle England get the brunt of it. More England yeah. Well, at the moment it's just below freezing, but it's going to get down to -4. But last night with the wind it was -10, and that was really, really cold. As I've been saying all along, if I had this weather when me and Oberon were homeless, I wouldn't have survived that. Not last night. But I was worried about the homeless being on the streets at the moment during this weather, and I'll give Brighton Hove Council the dues. They were switched on, -5, blimey. That's even cold. See that snow, if this was -5 here, that would have laid. It will lay, because it's going to get stronger. And tomorrow, if I do another broadcast like this, Montreal can go like 40 below. I've got -1 there. Yeah, I was in Toronto and it was 35 below, and I'm like, oh my god, 35 below. You don't get such harsh conditions like that in England, but you will get it in Scotland, especially in the Cairngorms, where it can be extremely bitter. Extremely bitter. I mean, they already found people breaking the lockdown, going into the Cairngorms, having to be rescued. And one of the rescuers got absolutely injured, didn't they? Held them responsible for it. Not only fined them, but charged them. That's CCTV. Whenever you see one of those vans, somebody's got a mobile phone. Because they only ever do mobile phones and tablets. And that, I mean, this is what I like about staying here. So it keeps cutting that. It might be due to the weather as well, but also the microphone is actually pointing outside, so sometimes you might not be able to hear me. And that could be due to the wind, because I noticed, no, that's not the wind, that's the heating. I utilise my curtains. I actually stick cards on. Whenever Anita sends me a little card, I always put it on my what they call it, a safety safety pin, and then on my curtains. I use my curtains like sounds of vehicles around me. Okay, I'll watch out for it. But tomorrow, if it gets really actually what I'll do is, I keep forgetting that you can use 2 microphones. It's because I was using the laptop last night to do the filming, so that I could get the cord to stretch to the camera. And I will order a new cord tomorrow for the camera, which is 9 foot, which will give me a good, what do you call it, a good reach. There we go. Yeah, can you hear me a little better now? I love watching these the actors fun to watch. You know, during the first lockdown, it was so quiet up here. That's the birds. I mean, the little birds, the little tweeters. Yeah, I'm by the window. I'm looking out just instead of you. Looking out. You see it's getting a little bit heavier. Can I make this bigger? Let me just try. And I had to cut a bit of it off. also noticed that the camera with the software for the OBS and the thingy really pushed the laptop to its capabilities, but because I'm using it on the Alienware, it's much better, the Alienware. The lights are just starting to come on, the street lights, but as you can see it's getting stronger and it's getting blown by the wind. That'll make the temperature plummet a little bit. Yeah, it's going to get down to -6 pretty soon, which means it's going to lay. So I'm just hanging by the window, just looking out. But I've got the curtains closed, so because again, this is bad planning when they're building houses. Never put a radiator underneath a bloody window, God's sake. Yeah, never put a radiator underneath the window. And also another thing that I do, cause the radiators are really hot, it gives off a really dry heat. I always put a little glass of water with some lavender or ylang, whatever you like, on top of the radiator. The heat creates moisture. Do you want to see seagulls feed? What I'll do is I'll bring this to here. If you watch about just between the last 4 sort of little squares, I'll put out, because I've got to clean up later on this. I do it every day and then replace the food, and you'll see the seagulls just come. It depends how much is left. Right? Yeah, a little bit. I'll be back in a second. Won't take them long to get round all that. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. Now usually after she's eaten, it'll get a bit boissy. That's a female. She always eats first. She always eats herself first. Then they'll come back. They'll come back at times. Somebody else will come and have a scrummage around it as well. And usually when I've made homemade bread and if it's gone a bit stale, I always cut it up, put a little bit of butter on it and put it out for them. Sometimes I toast it so that they eat it a little bit at a time. But yeah, I do like the seagulls, but I don't feed them that often. Only give them what stuff that Oberon won't take. There we are. Yeah, well, there's the big lemon, which is the 52, the Marina bus. It's the one I do for my shopping. And you've got the 2 and the 22 and the 22A. This is where the bus stop is where the 22 terminates. Yeah? And then it starts over again. That's why whenever I go to the shop, I always go for the 22 because it's always empty. And because I can see the bus stop from the flat, I can also tell, well, I've got it on my app as well, that I know exactly what time the buses are. But yeah, they're very frequent, very frequent. The only time they're a bit questionable is usually during bank holidays, then it becomes like one every half an hour, but usually during the day, during the week time, is every 30 minutes a bus comes. The big lemon comes every hour, so you get basically 3 buses, sometimes 4, and another 15 minutes. That's one thing I will say for Brighton and Hove is they've got probably one of the best bus services in the world. And if you've got a bus pass, it's just like having a taxi service. Especially if you're carrying a lot of shopping and stuff. It just makes it much easier to get back home. But yeah, the snow's starting to lay now. I can see it on the grass, just underneath the bottom railing. And seagulls are never full up. They're always hungry. The mobile phone van again. Something's going music really loudly. I can hear it in the background. Yeah. Let's see what's happening in the chat. Just like the fire. I do miss my coal fire. I mean, these flats have got fireplaces, but they're decommissioned. They've boarded them all up. And I think that's really sad because there's so much wood in the park, and that's what I'm going to take and that terminates in Rottingdean, so you know you're always going to get probably one of the first people on the bus when you're coming back. But what's handy about here is that the 22 terminates, and sometimes it will wait there for 5-10 minutes, so you can really time it just perfectly. And that's a big bonus. Plus I've got the post office, the chemist and the greengrocers. The hairdresser's still shut. I don't even know how these businesses are going to survive, especially the hairdressers. This lockdown's really taking its toll on small businesses. I was thinking when I see my sister, or I might just actually buy a new set of hair clippers for me and Ogie, because the unwired ones aren't that good, because especially with Oberon with his jacket the way it is. But what I might do at some point when I do get them, I might for charity cut my hair off. You know, people do that, they cut their hair, because my hair's starting to go down my back. I've actually got a bloody ponytail. And the ponytail's about 4 or 5 inches long. And I hate long hair. I've always hated it, ever since I was a child. And I'll show you what I mean. Even as a child I had short hair. I just got to see if I can find a picture. what I'll do is I'll look out for the picture. I'm only about, I think about six, about 6 years old, but I've never had long hair. I feel quite a bit of a, what do you call it, bit of a hippie. Even as a biker, I always had short hair. No, long hair never appealed to me. If I'm cutting it, maybe I'll cut it for charity. You know, like Tibetan Terriers, the Caris organisation, and Hungry Hearts. Yeah, I'll look out the picture. It's really, really cute. Really cute picture. Yeah. This is the type of weather for a fire, isn't it? Really cute picture. I think the council should have just turned all these places over to central heat. This is the type of weather for a fire, rip-off. An absolute rip-off. Right, that's not so I think the council should have just turned all. But what I've done is I've cut the curtains and then underneath the radiator so the heat doesn't go out the window, it just goes up the side of the curtain. I think the council that's what's good about having it. But what I've done is I've cut the underneath the radiator so the heat doesn't go out the window, it just goes up the side of the curtain. And you can see, you know, the street lights getting bright and bright and bright. That's just because the radiator, so the heat doesn't. That's a good thing about that website that I use. It might be HD, but it's good. And you can see, you know, the street lights getting bright and bright. Not half as good as the Canon. The Canon's a lot better. So the heat doesn't. That's a good thing about that website. I use the camera. It might be HD, it's the main webcam. Brings it back and really not half as good as the Canon. The Canon's a lot better. That's a good thing. I use the camera. It might be HD, it's the main webcam. Brings it back and really not half as good as the Canon. The Canon's a lot better. That's a good thing. I use the camera. It might be it's the main webcam brings it back and I heard myself talking in the background there. Okay ladies, what I'm going to do is I didn't do a little walk video because I'm watching my data allowance at the moment. And I want to try and save it up for tomorrow because I want to do if we get the snow lane tomorrow, instead of getting into the city, I'll do the city on the Friday. But when I get my payday, I'll take a packet of Jammy Dodgers, a nice flask of tea onto the Downs, and we'll go for a little walk on the Downs. Then hopefully when the weather clears up next week, I'll get started on his doing his bed, which I want to do the video outside the front door so I don't get dust or sawdust and all that crap all over the flat. But yeah, it's going to get stronger, and if you notice the light is just getting darker and darker and darker. I think that's it. It could be the two, it could be the two, the number two's always past each other, that's a 22. So that's where it terminates. Sometimes it stays there for 5 minutes. It just depends how quickly they are, how good the traffic is. What's that in there? was at the time with the impeachment with Trump. The thing is, Andrea, all those people, including even our own parliamentarians and stuff, they're all in the same club and we just aren't in it. I mean, this thing that we're doing at the moment, 10 years for breaking quarantine rules and stuff, is totalitarian. That's something that I would expect from Kim Jong-un. Although the virus is unfortunately is a new reality and it is very scary. But yeah, I mean, are they going to give somebody 10 years for crossing counties, like going from say Kent to Sussex? Does that mean you could go into jail for 10 years? That to me is not dealing with the problem. People have been stuck in their houses for over a year. They're living, you know what I mean? If you follow the rules, you're only supposed to be outside for more than an hour a day. Who else gets exercise an hour a day? Prisoners. And only prisoners get free TV, free food, free this, free that. And they're warm. There's very, very, very serious things wrong with this country at the moment. And what's going to happen is at the end up, will they want to relinquish the power that they've been given? Some of them have godlike status. Fauci, for instance. All those people. Yeah, that's really getting heavier, isn't it? See that the green is starting to go away. Now, I've had a decent background there. I could have actually let me try something. See if this works. Oh no, it's not going to work. This one. Oh, this one. You always see it when you actually put a picture in. You see the ground moving? Right, let me go back onto the... See, the thing with the green screen is that you've got to have light. That's why I'm doing the green screen stuff a little bit at a time. I finished off the rest of the painting yesterday on the kitchen wall, and I've just got the sub-42, which is going to be in my studio, where I'm going to do my little animation videos. And I will take you in there probably next week once I've got the setup and I've got the outline of the moon spacecraft ready. I didn't realise I was recording this. That's another thing I'm going to have to get at some point, is a hard drive for the laptop, because I'm using a SSD card, which I think it's about 300 gigabytes of space, but because I do lots of movies and stuff, I had to delete tons of them. But I've got a record on, I've got a copy of them on, what do you call it, YouTube. And because I don't do anything really controversial with my videos and stuff, they'll always be there. But yeah, we're certainly getting it nice and dark. Let me just quickly, back in about 2 minutes, I'm just going to make myself a cup of Glengettie. Yeah, let me put a little picture radio for you. I know a lot of them can't see him, and I don't blame this because he's absolutely a fantastic little guy. Those are the ugly things everywhere. There we go. So you can see him. And the thing is, Oberon loves snow. And I'll make sure if it does rain for stuff and that I'm putting a little bit of Vaseline on the paws so I don't have to end up carrying them, because I did do that once. Be back in 2 minutes. I'm just going to boil the kettle. Now that's one thing I always do. I always make sure my kettle's boiled. And if it's empty and I've made a cup of tea, I fill it up and reboil it again. That way I always have a cup of tea ready. At times it looks like it stops snowing, then you look at it a little bit closely and you realise actually it still is. Yeah, run. But yeah, we have one very good bus service. That's why I love being where I am. See, because it terminates at Rotterdam, if it doesn't see anybody there, we just drive right by. And then that's about the 50 times I've been up down the street. And I know my neighbour is, he's been to the police about, you know, him upstairs. I'm saying it slowly because he's got wooden flooring. So we're probably going to see the police come up here at some point. And you can always tell when it's not wind, because if you look at just at the side of Bobby, our bin there, my bin, always goes crawling up the path when it's a really high wind, because it's coming off to the southeast where the beach is in the background. That line you see along the tree is actually the sea. When it's really bright you can see the blueness in this distance. Because we don't have sand, we have rocks. So therefore the water looks a lot cleaner than say in Brighton or Port Slade. Eastbourne's pretty, no actually Eastbourne's not as good because it's got a mixture of rock and sand. Especially if you head towards Beachy Head, then it becomes chalk and sand and rocks. But yeah, it's starting to lay now on the roof above the post office. Which means we'll get people on the downs tomorrow on the sleighs, which is something people haven't been able to do in Sussex for about 10-15 years. This is the first time in about 15 years we've had snow. As I said, because the temperature doesn't usually plummet below freezing, we don't get snow, we get lots and lots and lots of rain. The only thing I would like doing in that way is there's the one-eyed cat. That's actually a restaurant. Just came along with a jobs work that told them over. Very strict on almost zero tolerance of any traffic violation and stuff, which is a good thing. But lots of things happen. And where the red van, that's actually the post office van. And the recycling's just next to it. I took the recycling there yesterday. I was almost going right across the road with the liquid trash bag. That keeps circling, that's the third time I've seen that van. You only get parked in there for whenever. Anyway ladies, I'll let you get back to your day. Thanks for watching. Nice and quiet now, yeah. I goes through this phase. Sometimes it's really noisy. Especially if somebody's having an altercation at the bus stop. Sometimes it's quite funny. Just doing my little tag. Good morning, Miss Debbie. You're safe. Yeah, I think it's not even afternoon yet, is it? It will stick, unfortunately. So I'll speak to you all later. We'll do another bit of, what do you call it? Another bit of room tonight. Or if it's really thick, I'll do a little walking video. Actually, I might do that because I like the walking videos, especially when it's time for him to go to bed. But he got me up at 2 this morning, desperate to go out, just before I fell asleep. So I took him out, and there was this van. It followed me up the road because I was just doing a circuit walk, and then it stopped. Content no longer available. I don't get that. To be truthfully and fair, I think they're all part of the same gang. I really do. I think they're all part of the same gang. I don't trust any of them. I don't trust any of them. Considering Boris Johnson, David Cameron, Theresa May, all of them were PMs in this country, all of them were in the Bullingdon Boys, all of them did the initiation of burning a £50 note in front of the homeless to show their contempt for the poor. When scumbags like that running the country, I just don't understand it. But yeah, look it up, Bullingdon Boys, Boris Johnson, David Cameron, Theresa May. You'll see what I'm saying. Same as our royal family, actually, German heritage is not British. Anyway, thanks for watching everyone. We'll see you again real soon. Take care folks, take care, and I'll see you about 9 o'clock tonight. And keep warm. You can see the grass is starting to get green now, can't you? And it's starting. You can always tell good insulation if the snow stays on the roof. It means they're properly insulated. Not like our building, because on our roof snow never sits. It just melts away straight away. So thanks for watching everyone. See you again soon. Take care.